For years, these memories have been locked away, too painful for Azumi to bear.
懐かしい、この写真だけはやっぱり懐かしいけど、でもやっぱり今一緒にいれないのはすごい悲しい。
It's been 7 years since she was cut off from her 2 daughters and son.
7年前はそのお父さんだから別に子供連れてったって問題ないでしょ、家族なんだからみたいなことで、私が会えないことに対しては何もしてくれなかったし。
Gaining access through Japan's legal system is impossible. Here, only one parent is granted full control if there's a dispute. There's no compromise. Custody is usually given to whoever has physical possession of the children. It's supposed to provide stability, but critics say it incentivises parental child abduction.
もう連れて行ったもん勝ち、人の気持ちというか子供の気持ちがわからないからじゃないですかね。
Azumi has tried everything to be part of her children's life again. She mailed them loving letters, but in return, she received abuse.
一生懸命一個ずつ思いを込めて手作りしてたので、やっぱりこうやってハサミを入れられてるってなるとすごいショックですし、悲しいなって、やらされてるのかな、辛いのかなって、そう思いました。でもこの辺りはあれですけど、一番ショックだったのはあれですね、メモに死ねクソババアって。
The court hasn't intervened.
悪いこともしてないし、すごい大事に思ってるのに会えないのは、なんで会えないんだろうっていう。
Each year, tens of thousands of children in Japan lose access to one parent. As well as locals, the country's parental child abduction crisis has embroiled many foreigners, including 89 Aussie children since 2004.
Papa, hat!
5 years ago, Australian-born Hinata and Harugo were taken by their Japanese mother.
I
went to the school wouldn't do anything. I went to the child welfare agency, they wouldn't do anything. I went to the police, like I said, repeatedly, and they wouldn't do anything. You're fearful for the kids, you know.
Happy birthday to you.
An Australian journalist living in Tokyo has been convicted of trespass.
In 2020, Scott McIntyre's story created headlines in Australia and across the world. Desperate to check on his children's welfare, he went to his in-laws' apartment block. He was arrested and jailed for trespassing.
What future is there for Japan if children are being taken and removed from their...
Did you ever imagine this would drag out so long at that time?
No, nobody does. I mean, because we've been calling for change in Japan, meaningful change, for so long. People long before me were calling for change, and you think, okay, surely Japan is going to wake up and join the modern world, and they just stubbornly refuse to change.
Scott's presented evidence in court, pressured the Australian government to check on his kids, and even put out an Interpol notice.
It says the children were abducted by the mother.
It's got him nowhere.
In 5 years, I've only received one piece of paper. I don't know what the kids look like. I don't know if they're in Japan. I don't know where they are. I don't know if they're dead.
Japan's long been accused of failing to uphold what's in the best interests of the child, which is meaningful access to both parents when it's safe to do so. There's been pressure building at home and abroad for years, and it seems that pressure is working. The government's introduced laws that will, for the first time, give judges the power to enforce joint custody if the parents can't reach an agreement.
Family law expert, Honorary Professor Shuhei Ninomiya, says it's a positive step.
7割の子どもたちが離婚後の別居親、非親権者と会えていません。養育費も7割がもらっていません。この現実を何とか改める必要があるように思います。
But he sees drawbacks. There'll be no visitation rights during the long legal proceedings, meaning parents could still be denied seeing their kids while things play out in court.
私を見捨てたんだみたいな、そういう洗脳されてしまう現実はやっぱあると思うんですね。
Those feeling burned from the current system have no faith things will get better.
It's been this way for 50 years, and the court won't change, and the judges won't change. What I want to happen is an independent panel of experts. They make a thorough and rapid investigation.
But a campaign to stop these laws is getting louder. These survivors of family violence fear a lack of protections will force them back into the orbit of their abusive partner.
被害者が逃げて、それに対して非常にひどいケースだけは裁判所が接近禁止命令とかを出すという、ほとんどただそれだけの政策しかないです。
This includes mother of two boys, Hiromi Tomoyama.
本当に惨めだったので、その時とても子供たちがかわいそうでした。生活のすべてがなくなってしまったので、本当に DV が何かはその時私は知らなかったけど、本当に支配なんだと思うんですね。
Survivors of family violence rarely reveal their identity, especially in Japan. Why have you decided to go public?
何かを変えたいときは、権利をつかみ取りたいときは、誰かが声を上げて、気づいて声を上げて、立ち上がって行動して、そして戦って権利を勝ち取ったと思うんですね。
Hiromi argues joint custody laws can't work in Japan, where there are woeful protections for family violence victims.
強制されることですね。今までも全てを強制されて奪われてきたので、だから今3年間養育費を支払われないまま、そして一人親でもないからプレシングルマザーとして貧困の中で生きています。そういったまず傷ついた親子をサポートするようなシステムがまずなされて。
Her ex-partner has denied allegations of domestic abuse.
DV を認定する機関もなければ、裁判官が今後その共同親権の中でどれだけの働きをしなければいけないのかとなった時に。
It's a point Izumi understands. She may be on the opposite side of the debate, but has also submitted evidence of domestic violence to the courts. It didn't help her.
大人が子供をちゃんと守るっていう社会じゃないな。
DV に対するスクリーニングが不十分です。で、調査官も DV とか虐待の専門的スキルを持っているわけではありません。
Those supporting joint custody feel they're being punished for the actions of the minority. After missing major milestones, they simply cannot wait any longer to reconnect with their children.
もうずっと会ってないけど、ずっともう何があってももう大好きだよって、もう伝えたいし。